think we can all agree and understand that when it comes to terms of service, okay, the TOS of any platform online, it's pretty scary, okay? It's not for you. It's not for our benefit. It's to the benefit of the platform. And I think that can be easily understood and no one will really question it, but whenever someone breaks it down, right, whenever someone actually reads into it and like they talk about it, it's kind of scary. It's not kind of scary, it's literally scary. It's horrifying. All right, you ask yourself, what did I get myself into? All right, like they're selling your information. They have the right to sell your information here and there, you know, your phone number and all that garbage. It's spooky. All right, it's very spooky. But we know this, all right? I feel like everyone, or grand majority of us, know what we're getting into once we go into a platform, because it's very weird, all right? They make it really, you know, complicated, so like the average person doesn't really want to get into it. It's like, whatever, I'll just trust they'll have the best of interest when it comes to me, but obviously they don't. But here's the deal though, ladies and gentlemen, Twitter.com, our favorite platform, right? Everyone loves Twitter. Everyone agrees that Twitter is a perfect platform without flaws, right? They're getting some terms of service changes in August 19th of this year, 2021, and they're not good, all right? These changes should scare you. It should make you want to move, you know, make you groove. That kind of stuff, you know, it's not good. It's not very poggers at all. Someone by the name of Kate decided to break it down for us, so I appreciate it, Kate. Let me go ahead and show you this little article that someone sent me today. And I was like, ooh, this is gonna be bad. And here I thought I was gonna talk about Keemstar leaving the internet. It's just like, oh, that should be nice, but no. This is absolutely important, and we need to talk about this. But before I start reading this article, right, I gotta make this a little bit more interesting. I gotta, you know, add some interest, get your attention. For those of you who are artists or just, I mean, honestly, any Twitter user, you really want to pay attention to this. All right, like you seriously need to pay attention to this because this can affect you severely. Okay, like this could literally cause you harm. It's not cool. It's not great at all. So again, pay attention to what I'm about to read. So here's the title right here. Kate reviews Twitter terms of service August 19th, 2021. Twitter is making some major changes, all of which essentially protects them of all harm or legal liability, which also subtly restricting specific content, but only if they feel like it, which is so great. You know, it's so great to see a platform be like, you know what? They're breaking the rules, right? Like they're breaking the law. But we like them, okay? We like them. We're not gonna do anything, all right? We're gonna look the other way. See no evil, say no evil, hear no evil. As a note, this is a review of the terms of service as a whole, including their privacy policy. Some of these are currently already in effect. What is very important to remember is that as of August 19th, everything you have posted on your Twitter account prior of this updated terms of service will be retroactively dealt with in the same way, meaning things you posted 10 years ago may result in a TOS violation warning. Which, you know, I think around this year, we're starting to see more accounts getting taken down because of, I think, copyright claims. And Twitter, it's like, yeah, go ahead. Take down the account. They're gonna cost us money, which is not great. Okay, that's not how you handle it. Like I keep saying this, all right. Like I like how YouTube deals with the whole, with the whole copyright thing. They don't take down your channel. They're just like, okay, we don't want anything to do with this. So you and the copyright complainant or the I don't know the claimee or whatever, you deal with it. All right, there you go. In the beginning, it was a little rough, but then they make changes, and I think right now we're good. I think we're good. All we need in changes, right, is the whole copyright system, the laws surrounding it, because it is so old. It smells of boomer, and it needs to change because God Almighty, it is really bad. But let's continue on. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip this big chunk right here because it basically just goes on a rundown of what is already in the system or what is in the TOS. So if you want to read that for yourself, I will leave a link to this article in the description of this video. So if you just want to skim through this part right here, you absolutely can. It's not great. You're not going to be happy at what you basically agreed to once you made the Twitter account. But right now, I'm really interested, really only interested in the new stuff that they're going to add. If I'm not correct, if I didn't read this correctly, or if I read this correctly, this is the new stuff right here. Terms of service: you are nothing more than a $sign for a shareholder, and you should hold onto your butts. This is kind of scary. You are solely responsible for your content. And I feel like that goes for really any platform. Maybe not as severe, but it's no surprise. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, but you know, it's no surprise. But this is the new stuff. This is going to be the new stuff that we're about to read right now. There is new language in here, including that any reliance on Twitter services for professional or vocational income is at your own risk. And should access be revoked, Twitter is not liable for your lost revenue. So basically, you know, if you're dependent on Twitter to make, I guess, art or any way, shape, or form money, and they're like, aha, Twitter, yeah, no, you can't tweet anymore. You can't make those quirky posts. Sorry, they're not liable. All right, they're just like, nah, sorry, son, your money is forfeit. You also may be exposed to content that might be offensive, harmful, inaccurate, and otherwise inappropriate. And this is new and fucking messed up. So essentially, I will unfortunately be exposed to more furry smut on my timeline. I won't be happy with that. It's already happening. It literally already is happening. People keep liking that shit, and I keep telling them, hey, make an alt account, please. This is some advice. Don't be an inconvenience to other people, okay? Because some of us don't know how to use Twitter properly, okay? So please, for the love of God, if you want to be lewd, fine, but use an alt account, okay? Use an alt account. You don't know how many times I went to public and some screwed up garbage popped up on my screen. I'm just like, how about I just don't use Twitter in public? How about that? How about I just pay attention to life? That's a great idea, okay? But sometimes life can be a little boring and you gotta wait a little bit, and I wanna go in Twitter to look at stuff. Can't do that anymore because literally they're gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, did you see something that you shouldn't have seen? Oh well, we're not liable for that. You can, go fuck yourself. That's garbage. That is literal garbage. Why are they allowed to do this? Well, unfortunately, it's their platform, but to be this negligent on this kind of stuff, it's a little too much. I think it's a little too much. Twitter may not monitor nor control posted content, and they are not liable for its accuracy or harm. So essentially, you can make something very, very wrong, right? Like something that has a lot of misinformation, and Twitter's gonna be like, no, we don't see it. Sorry, we're not gonna do anything. But at the same time, they're gonna do something. All right, like, do you see the duality of man right here? If it's misinformation they don't like, they can take it down. Correction, if it's the right information, all the facts are there, they can still take it down and be like, that's misinformation, sorry, son. But on the other hand, if someone's posting misinformation, they'd be like, we don't have the right to take it down, bro. We're so sorry. We can't do anything about it. But hey, how about you read this article about this new disease that will rot your brain out if you don't eat these pills? It's insanity, all right? Twitter, at this point, I feel like everyone realizes that Twitter's on some weird shit right now. They're smoking something. They're doing something behind the scenes that is not great. All right, it's completely against our interest. And why do so many people use Twitter, including myself? I don't know. It's still a mystery, which is very important when partnered with the next section, which I will first explain and then summarize. Twitter reserves the right to remove content or accounts that violate the user agreement, including copyright infringement, impersonation, trademark infringement, property misappropriation, unlawful conduct, or harassment. This also contains new tidbits. Twitter reserves the right, meaning that they also reserve the right to not to do so, meaning that they're outright admitting that they may sometimes not enforce their own terms of service. I can almost respect the honest, if nothing else. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Literally what I just explained, it's said right there, okay? They could look at two people, right? One that agrees with their points, with Twitter's points, with Twitter's agenda, and someone else who doesn't agree with Twitter's agenda, okay? They could both be spreading misinformation, but most likely the person who doesn't align with Twitter's agenda will get screwed over, okay? And the other person will be free to do whatever the hell they want, unless a lot of people on Twitter get mad, and then they're gonna be like, oh, you're costing us money. So sorry, we're gonna have to get rid of your account. But this is not good, okay? Not poggers at all. This also includes some altered language that targets roleplay and parody accounts. Twitter no longer needs a reason to suspend such accounts, simply because they are either impersonating someone, or the user isn't, and or are infringing on someone else's trademark or copyright. This may go as far as to include using copyrighted images for your display picture. I don't really care about that. To be honest with you, I don't care. I mean, too bad for the role players, I guess, and the parody accounts. I mean, yeah, I guess the parody accounts. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, and it gets worse from here. If you thought all that garbage was bad, no. They're literally warning us. Hey. It's about to get worse. All right. You thought you were in the storm? No, bitch. You're about to go in it right now. You're about to go into the eye of the storm, which I think is like the calmest part of the hurricane. The hurricane? I don't know. You can issue your own copyright infringement. This is the part, if I don't remember this correctly, like, this is the part that really gets me, like, I don't think I want to stay on Twitter anymore. You can issue your own copyright infringement notices to Twitter should someone be misusing it. There are two important things to know. This may result in harassment and backlash, and Twitter has openly admitted they may choose not to care. So if you see some 12-year-old kid getting the living shit kicked out of him on Twitter, Twitter's gonna be like, I don't care, okay? We will not do anything about it. What's that? You made a post about Donald Trump? Oh, I'm sorry. Your account is forfeit. Oh, you better luck next time, kid. Twitter is required by the DMCA regulations to inform the person who is infringing on your copyright that they are doing so. Twitter is also required to give them your legal name, address, and other personal identifying information, and you may and probably will get doxxed. Think twice or hire an intermediary like a lawyer. Can't read that. But do you know what I just read there? And do you know what that means? Do you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? First off, we gotta realize which platform this is. Twitter.com. Okay? Now that we have that established, we gotta think a little deeper. Alright? What has been going on a lot in Twitter.com? You need me to answer? Oh, let me go ahead and tell you. Cancel culture, okay? Cancel culture. Bunch of goddamn retards going around, screaming at other individuals for making small mistakes and being like, this person needs to die. This person needs their head chopped off. They need to be excommunicated from society, all right? This is not great. Okay, because literally someone who doesn't like you, who wants to cancel you, can be like, oh, let me go ahead and pull up a false copyright claim, which we have seen a lot on YouTube, all right? They can do that right now on Twitter. Well, actually, until August 19th. At that point, then they can do it. But let's say this thing is on right now. They can literally grab all information that they need on you, right? That's extremely important and private, and be like, oops, and post it on Twitter, all right? Post it so that everyone can see where you are. Who knows? You might get a pipe bomb, all right, from this. So that's cool. At least you're getting a pipe bomb. That's awesome. If there's one thing you could see something that could be possibly positive about this situation is someone could send you a pipe bomb, all right? Who doesn't want a pipe bomb in their mail? You're just walking to your mailbox, and then someone made a faulty pipe bomb and it just explodes right in front of you. I'm just like, damn it, I missed my chance. But no, this is actually horrendous. I think this is like the most atrocious part about this. Everything else is like, yeah, that's bad, unfortunate. But this part right here is really fucking scary. All right, because I think already essentially someone can do that on YouTube, but on Twitter, if someone knows they can do that, God, it's over. It's fucking over. All right. If you're horrified with this, I don't blame you. If you want to delete your account, I really don't. There's not really a great alternative to this, or like Twitter, but if you are into making applications or platforms, I would highly suggest,
make something else.
This is fucked up, and I need you to listen up because this section is new and broken and a bit scary. While you retain the right to any content, including artwork that you post, you do not retain exclusive rights. And by posting it to Twitter, there is some shit you need to know that you were agreeing to. Twitter can use it royalty-free to promote their services. So essentially, if they like your art, they could take your shit and be like, oh, what's that? You want us to pay you? How about you read the terms of service, bitch? I thought not. You get nothing. You get nothing. Oh, a shout out? Oh, we're gonna pay you. No, not even that. You're not even worthy of exposure, bitch. God damn. Twitter's third-party partners like BuzzFeed, which I didn't know they were a third party, but there you go. Now I know. Also gain access to the same thing. This was sort of here prior to this point, and the reason BuzzFeed does not have to compensate you for posting your tweets on their site, which I don't think they should. That might be a hot take for some of you, but they really shouldn't. You know, they shouldn't be liable to pay you for a fucking tweet. Can you actually imagine that? Someone being forced to pay someone to post or talk about their tweet, you know, the post on a video? That would be horrendous. Alright, Bo Blacks would be fucked. He would literally be fucked. This man would be out of a business. Alright, he would not be able to make his videos anymore if he was required to pay everyone who was featured in his videos and his Twitter videos to get paid because they had their tweets on a video. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But a shout out, or at least like have their, I don't know, their name on the post, I guess that's somewhat required. Just a little bit. It's nice. It's the polite thing to do, but being paid, I don't think so. Twitter has free permission to adapt or modify your content as it's distributed and make changes to your content in order to adapt for different media. This is very vague and non-specific, and either intentionally or not grants Twitter the right to go as far as to remove copyright, signature, and watermarks from your content. Wow. Can you actually imagine that? You put a lot of work and effort into your shit, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put a little watermark here so no one steals it. And then Twitter's like, oh, that's a nice piece of artwork right here. Let me just go ahead and go rip right off. Okay, let me just go ahead and take that watermark right off and just post it on our quirky video that we're gonna post later on. No one will know you made it, and we don't fucking care. Wonderful. All right, if you thought Twitter was a caring platform for all the safe space people, you're wrong. Okay, you're absolutely right. You need to shut the fuck up and listen up. You really need to listen up. And it continues on. Copyright stuff, part 1. This is also in new language. Though it did exist prior to this point, you are agreeing that you have the rights to do anything, your post, and thus have the right to give Twitter the above agreement. Should you post copyrighted material and Twitter gets notified of a copyright infringement notice, not only can the original copyright holder come after you, Twitter can now also come after you for damages of reputation of the platform. Oh god, you posted a 5-second clip of a song. Oh, you're a danger. You're a goddamn danger to the platform, to Twitter.com. You gotta get deleted. So sorry. Account God vanished. Pushed to the void. This will also get expensive. Yeah, I can imagine if Twitter tries to sue you and the also the copyright owner as well. I can see how that can be very expensive. It may not even be intentional. It's a pretty far-reaching section which doesn't specifically state what it doesn't cover. So it can be anything from a GIF. I'm gonna get killed for that. Hopefully not. Maybe I said it correctly. I have no idea. You tweeted from Twitter's GIF search bar for your profile picture to a quote from a book. Really? A quote from a book? Can you actually imagine that? You're posting some fancy quote from a book that you thought was pretty cool and quirky, and then Twitter's like, what? We got copyright infringement here. Oh, sorry, count taken down. Literally, okay, you need to understand this. Anything you do, if you fart the wrong way, Twitter can take down your video. They can take down your account. Anything! You sneeze the wrong way, you look at them the wrong way, you exist the wrong way, they can take down your Twitter account and you can't do shit. You can't do anything. Your account is a financial asset. Part who the hell knows, I stopped counting. Twitter reserves the right to stop temporarily or permanently any services to features you or others use, and they don't have to give a reason nor forward warning. That is complete bullshit, okay? YouTube already basically does that, where it's like, we don't have to give you a reason why we're taking down the video. We don't really have to give you a reason why the account got deleted. All your channel, all the hard work got deleted. All you need to know is your account is gone. Get the fuck away from YouTube, alright? Now Twitter's basically doing this, and God, I just can't wait until all the platforms start doing this, where they're like, we don't have to give you a reason, alright? We literally do not have to give you a reason. All you need to know is fuck off. They also reserve the right to limit how much of your account remains stored on their server. As an example, I have a 12-year-old account, only the past 2 years of which are available to be searched or read. Twitter reserves the right to remove or refuse to distribute anything they want and limit the visibility of any content you post. Twitter may consider or censor or shadow ban you, suspend or terminate users forcibly reclaiming usernames, all while not being liable to you, nor needing an explanation to do so. This part right here, I don't really fucking care, but the last part, yeah, like someone important wants your username, like they want to use a specific username, but you know, someone else is using it, and they're like, oh, that's okay. It's okay, Bobby from the Terminator. We'll take care of the guy. You can have Bobby112. Don't worry, we're all good. Twitter may offer a fee to access some features, which I believe I talked about earlier on this year. I think this new feature is called Twitter Blue, so that's not really new. Or maybe they're planning to add features that are already free into a paid subscription, which will be absolute garbage, but, you know, I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's like, as long as they allow me to do the basic things, I'll be fine. Okay, I will literally be fine. This is going so well. Good luck. This terms of service tells you about any times that by using the service, you're agreeing to be Twitter's bitch. I mean, yes. I mean, anytime you read anyone's, you know, terms of service online, you basically are agreeing to be their bitch, right, essentially. So that's not new. As well as their third-party partner's bitch, which is not nice, you know. At least be one, you know, loyal bitch to one person, not multiple people. Come on, people. Have some goddamn decency. All while ensuring them that you will not misuse their services despite relaxed enforcement. This section also governs third-party Twitter apps like Tweetcaster, which I have never used, which after reading this, I wished I should have, you know, it makes me want to use it, but now it's basically too late. You know, I have like a couple of days left before I you know, to use it, so it's like I don't care to use it anymore. Who removes advertised tweets and overrides things like shadow bans content, keeping your timeline in latest tweets format. The short answer is, if you didn't download it directly from Twitter, you can't use it to access Twitter. And over the past 4 years, Twitter has gotten very, or really, persnickety about it. And I like that word. I like how they used persnickety. It took, like, when first reading this, I had to, like, stop and, like, try to figure out how to pronounce it, but persnickety. I finally figured it out, and I was like, that's really quirky. I love it. I love it. Persnickety. Alright, that has to be something I have to use in my vocabulary from now on. Persnickety. It's fucking stupid, but I love it. It sounds nice. There's a bunch of mumbo jumbo revolving around you agreeing not to hack research, or I'm gonna skip that part because I don't really care. Twitter reiterates the reserve the right to disclose any information about you, law enforcement, any agency attempting to enforce the terms of service, fraud, or security investigation firms. That's not very important. We already understand that. Twitter refuses liability for using easily guessed passwords. So basically, if you put like 1234 as your password and someone guesses it, Twitter's gonna be like, well, we're not gonna do anything because you're a fucking moron. I can kind of understand that, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. You may not replicate Twitter's name or trademark logos anywhere, apparently, without their permission. Neat, awesome, still don't care. You know, I'm not gonna be here and be like, I'm just gonna, you know, recreate the Twitter logo or, you know, steal it. I don't care. Okay, there's one last reiteration that Twitter can revoke your access at any time, but it includes a very important wording that I want you to read before I explain it. And meaning, and then its implications are provisions of the services to you is no longer commercially viable. Blah, 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 blah. Disclaimers of liability, a summary. The short answer is Twitter offers the service as is and takes 3 pages of scrolling to TLDR say this. You basically can't sue Twitter for fucking anything. This is the best part. Like, this is literally the funniest shit I've ever read. If something bad happens that causes you serious harm, Twitter's total liability can never exceed $100. Can you actually imagine that? If I don't remember correctly, I talked about a story about this kid or this dude who posted nudes as a child on Twitter or some shit, and someone like grabbed those pictures and like posted it online, and on Twitter specifically, and they're begging Twitter, like, hey Twitter, can you take down these videos and stuff? The Twitter's like, nope, sorry. Obviously there's a huge harm, but you know, now it's gonna be like, oh, we caused grand harm to you? Here's $100. Good luck, kid. Jesus! That's why you don't do that kind of shit, ladies and gentlemen, because Twitter isn't gonna do anything. They're gonna be like, I don't care, okay? Oh, you got hurt? You want money? What's that? You want money for a stupid decision you made? Oh, okay, here's $100. Good luck, there you go. I hope everything goes well. That's it. That's the list. Ooh boy. If you need another reason to delete your Twitter account, here it is. All right, here's the mumbo jumbo. Okay, and in conclusion, I believe they said that it could get worse in December. So this might not even be the worst thing you've ever read, okay, or ever seen. All right, this might be the tip of the not even the tip of the iceberg. All right, I don't even know when that will come. Maybe this is it. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. All right, why are they doing this? Obviously because they have something to hide, okay? They are just like, we don't want to get fucked by, you know, governments and shit like that. We don't want to get fucked by other individuals, so we got to do this. And I can understand it. I can understand that to a certain extent. To this extent where it's like, there's no benefit for us, I can't agree with it. It just, honestly, no. Impossible. Literally unimaginable. Can't. Sorry, Twitter, but I can't sit on your side of the table here. But there you go. There you go. Twitter is cracking down on all of us, and you better get ready. Alright, because they're coming in with that giant dildo. But with all that being said, that's all the information I can really give you about this horrible situation. What do you guys think about this garbage TOS change of Twitter? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to see if you agree with it or disagree with it. But again, thank you everyone for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. You want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified of my next video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.